time. Speaking last week at a gathering in Georgia, William Calley said, quote, "There is not a day that goes by that I do not feel remorse for what happened that day in My Lai." He added he'd been following orders. More than 500 villagers were murdered, most of them women, children, and the elderly at My Lai. We'll have more on the story later in the broadcast. Senate Democrats say they're drawing up plans to pass health care reform legislation by simple majority instead of the 60 votes needed to overcome a Republican filibuster. Under this scenario, Democrats would approve a public health insurance option through a process known as budget reconciliation. The procedure is used in cases where legislation can bear on federal spending and revenues. On Sunday, Independent Senator Joe Lieberman signaled he won't vote with Democrats on a health care bill. Appearing on CNN, Lieberman said a health care overhaul should be postponed until the economy improves.
68 until March 16.
In other health care news, a new study is projecting insurance premiums for American families will increase 94% over the next decade. The Commonwealth Fund says the current average of over $12,200 is on pace to reach more than $23,800 by 2020. Indigenous and environmental groups are vowing to challenge an Obama administration decision to approve a pipeline carrying oil from the Canadian tar sands to the United States. Last week, the State Department issued a permit for the Alberta Clipper, a 1,000-mile pipeline running from Alberta to Wisconsin. Extracting oil from the tar sands is said to generate 3 to 5 times as much greenhouse gas pollution as the production of conventional oil. In a statement, the group Earth Justice said, quote, "At a time when concern is growing about the national security threat posed by global warming, it doesn't make sense to open our gates to one of the dirtiest fuels on Earth. This is exactly the kind of project the State Department should be protecting us from." The Huffington Post is reporting the Environmental Protection Agency has failed to inform residents of 4 states that a dangerous chemical has been found in their drinking water. Tests show that the weed killer atrazine violated annual federal standards at least 10 times in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Kansas. And in New York, dozens of people gathered at a Brooklyn cemetery Sunday to mark the 20th anniversary of the killing of Yusuf Hawkins. On August 23, 1989, the 16-year-old African-American teen was shot twice by a white mob who'd attacked him and 3 friends. In a ceremony at Hawkins' gravesite, the Reverend Al Sharpton said the murder helped set off a new civil rights movement in the northern United States. And those are some of the headlines.